Hi, this is Julie with Beadaholique, and today I want to show you how to attach little embellishments really to a big focal piece if you're working on a project such as this. So the backstory behind this is I'm working on an ad piece right now. It has a combination of, I have a spiral rope for chain, I have a peyote stitch bail, I've got some bead embroidery here, and then what I wanted to do was I wanted these little embellishments, which are just a circular brick stitch, and then just some decorative edge work as well. I want them to come down at the base and be like a cascade, so they come to a point. Now my problem is how do I attach these? I would love to just glue them, but that's not going to work in this application. So I thought I would take a moment here and show you in video form what I'm going to do. So if you ever have an instance like this, it might be helpful for you. So first off, I've already started, but we're going to just ignore that fact for a moment. You're going to want to lay these out however you want them to be on your piece. So just play around with them, make as many as you like. I love how free-form this is. So of course, if you're doing this, you're going to have your own pieces and they're going to lay a little different. But basically just play with them till you get a combo that you enjoy. And I think I like it like that. So you're going to want to work from the base up. And when I mean the base, I don't mean the bottom tip here. I don't mean the base of the pendant here. I mean your actual beading mat up. So whatever touches the beading mat first. So I'm going to start over here on the left-hand side. And I've got a thread and needle. So I've got 0.006 fireline thread right here. And all I did was I threaded my needle. It's going to be a little hard to see, but I tied a knot to the base of this one round, and then I just put my needle through one of the beads, came out the other end, went through a bead on the top part, on the top medallion, and back down through. And now I'm going to work my way into the piece a little bit more, so that's all going to make sense. I know it's a little confusing right now. See, I've got my tail sticking out from where I tied the knot, and here I'm coming out of the bead right here, and I want to attach this a little bit more. So I'm going to go into one of the beads on the first bottom medallion. And again, this is going to be very free form. You're just going to do whatever feels right, whatever works. So now I'm going to go back out of another edge bead. Okay. So it can be a little hard to see, but I'm coming out of what is the base medallion, and I'm just going to find the closest bead on the other piece, which is the top piece. I'm going to work my needle into it. Okay. And now I want to remember how I had this. I'm going to forget all these other strings for those other pieces which aren't finished. So I wanted that one to be on top. And I wanted it to rest on this. I'm going to pull these aside a little bit. I wanted it to rest on this one. So I'm going to pick up these three now, and I'm going to work my thread so that I get to the other medallion that I want to attach. I'm going to work my thread through the beads. So now I am just above where I want to attach this. See where my thread's coming out, so I'm going to put my thread through a little gap between these two beads so my needle comes out the other side. I'm going to flip this over. I'm going to enter now one of the beads on what is the bottom medallion. And I'm going to pull that. And now I'm going to go and put my needle all the way through both pieces. Now I'm going to go through a bead on the top one. See where my thread is coming out? So now I'm just going to go all the way down through both pieces again. I'm going to go through another bead on the bottom one. You're basically just stitching these together. Again, I'm going to go through all of them, go through both layers, flip it around, see where I'm at. Now I'm going to go through this bead. There is no right or wrong bead to go through. Whatever one happens to be where you need the connection point, where you need to stitch them together. So now I'm in between, so I'm actually going to just dip down again. It'll be a little hard to see, but I'm just going to try to go through the bottom. Go through another bead. Again, put my needle through both layers. See where I come out. I'm going to go through this blue bead now. Okay, and I'm going to go through both layers again. Okay, and that is feeling good and attached. So now I want to do the next one. So I want to go back to my original piece. And I want to see how I want this to lay. So I think I want now this other gold one to be on top, and I want it to just go along pretty much the edge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to work my thread. I know I want to work it towards this direction. So I'm just going to go through my beadwork. So I'm about to that edge. I want this one to lay on top. So I'm going to place it on top. I'm also trying to follow a curve here, so you're going to want to refer back quite frequently. So there we go. Get rid of this tail out of here. I'm going to go all the way through both. And now I want to find a nearby bead to where my thread is. Go through it. Go back down through both layers. Go through a couple beads on this side. And then I'm going to go through a bead on this top one, which I can see is right here. This is starting to attach. So I came up through this one. I'm going to want to go through another one. Again, my thread is in between the two, so I'm just going to take it, go down, so I end up on the other side. And we're just going to repeat this. So let me go through a couple more beads up through the top. And back down. All right, that one is now attached. So you can see what we're doing here. Let me lay this back out. So we've got that. I'm going to want this one below it. So I'm just going to keep going. And then what I'll do is I'll either tie off my thread here, and then I could start a new thread doing the same thing to attach these. Or I can just work my thread back through my beadwork, attach all of these the same way. And then when you're done with this piece here, and you have this nice like triangle shape, if you are doing something triangular like that, you will attach these to the main piece the exact same way. You're just going to stitch them together, working through your beadwork. And just remember, with something like this, it's best not to force it. If something wants to go in a certain direction and it's looking right, go with it. It's best not to have an exact plan when you start, and to be a little bit looser when you are doing these free-form type designs. So I hope this gave you an idea of how you might attach some free-form medallions if you are working on a piece such as this. And to see the complete instructions for this project, please check out Beadaholique.com in our free projects section.